Hey guys, welcome back to another video with me, Ivana. It has been almost a year. It's been like it's 11-ish months since I last uploaded. So let me catch y'all up before even starting my YouTube channel journey again. Last time you guys saw a video from me, it was in September of 2023, and I had just started college and I was showing you guys a day in my life of being a college student at 32 years old and commuting back and forth. I was also in New Jersey, and a lot of things were different than they are today in August of 2024. So let's kind of jump in, and I'm going to start with where my life has been related to school. So school is still ongoing. I just finished my summer session. I just turned in my final project yesterday. I'm expecting an A+. So yes, I have been keeping up with school. My first semester back at Rutgers University, I got really good grades, but I wasn't on like a schedule of studying or anything. I think I was just really lucky with the professors that I got. And also financial aid was on my butt and was like, hey, if you don't get a GPA this semester of 2.75, we will revoke your financial aid and you will no longer have a means to pay for school. So that kind of blew like fire under my butt, and I made sure that I was doing everything possible to pass all my classes, and these were my scores for fall semester of 2023. I did really good, but again, I didn't have a schedule. I didn't have everything done. I just honestly, I feel like I was just very lucky. It was a very lucky semester that I had really amazing professors. Then for winter session, I didn't take any classes, but then my spring semester, things kind of didn't go that great. I took online classes for reasons that you will know further on in this video, but I took online classes and my depression was really hitting me. I had made the very bad mistake of stopping my medication. I have anxiety and depression, but more manic depression. I was told, but I kind of question it. I was told last year when I was doing like 2 or 3 sessions with a psychiatrist, and just based on just a few things that I told her, she was like, oh, you might be bipolar. But I don't feel like they did like a full-on analysis of what was really going on. I think they were just giving me what they thought I would need, and I didn't like the medication. The medication was making me very aggressive, and for someone that already has a temper, it wasn't something that I was okay with. So I made a very unforesight decision to stop taking my medication, and for a while I was fine. I was like, you know what, I don't need medication. I don't need any of this stuff. I can handle my depression. I can handle my anxiety. But last semester, like last spring semester, kind of caught up with me. After about like 4 months of not taking the medication, the depression would just come out of nowhere. If you have manic depression, which I do feel I have manic depression, I'm just not sure about bipolar, because maybe I'm just very skeptical. Maybe it's just that I don't feel like you should just say, hey, based on my symptoms that I'm telling you when I'm in a manic state, that this is bipolar. Like, I feel like there's so many things that need to be done before you can diagnose someone. And, you know, I just, yeah. So I will eventually get like proper diagnoses to know, but back to school, that spring semester, I pretty much didn't show up for a lot of my classes, and they're online. And I got away with it with 2 classes in particular because I just kind of rushed and did everything. So I passed those 2 classes, but then other 2, not so much. these are my grades for spring semester. It was not great, and I had a reality check. December semester has gone completely different, and these are my grades. And yeah, let's jump into relationship. So last time you guys saw me, I never went into what happened, but I was living in Texas with Ungood, and then I moved back to New Jersey. I never said what happened. And I won't really jump into it because I feel like there's some things that I don't want to share. I don't want to share but I will tell you guys this. I take full-on ownership for what happened. Dealing with depression, dealing with anxiety, dealing with like my hyper fixation on things. Like when something bothers me, I fixate on it. And I also have a big ego. So the issues that came at hand were definitely, I'm never gonna say like, as a couple will never say that it is fully on one person. There's always a part that is on the other person, but in this scenario, the biggest percentage was on me. And when I left Texas, it wasn't as we were done, it was just kind of like we're taking a break. But the more time we spent apart, the more I started to feel a very big distance from us. I still had this thought in my head that, you know, we were good, we were going to get through this, but the arguments kept staying. And with distance, every time there was an argument, he could just shut down and he could just not speak to me, and those were very hard weeks. And I don't know if I should share this. I'll see in the editing process if I'm gonna share this or not. I'm usually very transparent, but this is also a little embarrassing. But there was a point where, you know, he just shut down and he was like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. Like, this is just enough. And I was in school and I made the decision. I was just like, you know what? He will not speak to me. This is a 10-year and almost like at that point it was a 9-year relationship is not just gonna end over a phone call. Like that's not happening. So I caution people, caution when you hear this, and if you're in this situation, take caution. I booked a ticket to go to Texas. I had not been in an airplane since I was like 12 years old. So that was a huge deal for me. It was a lot. And I went on the plane, came to Texas, showed up, and we had a conversation, we had a discussion, and we were just kind of like things can change. Like if this is going to end, let it end like this, then end in a way that we're just like, you know, we just hang up the phone on each other and we're done. Like, but one thing about us is that we have been together for a very long time, and our issues have never been that we don't love each other. That is what has kept us together for so long, is that we genuinely love each other. And even when we're mad at each other, even when we don't like each other, we still care about the other person. We still love the other person. So again, take this with caution, because I went to Texas with the thought in my head that this will be extremely embarrassing. You will be in so much trouble if he doesn't show up, if he doesn't let you come into the house.
There's a fine line between love and insanity. It's the Dobler-Dahmer theory.
Damn, I always forget the little one.
If both people are into each other, a big romantic gesture works. Like Lloyd Dobler holding up the boombox outside Diane Court's window and Say Anything. But if one person isn't into the other, the same gesture comes off serial killer crazy, or Dahmer. Now, Marshall, the story of how you asked out Lily is super sweet.
Lily, how you thrill me, but it may just even kill me if you do not say I willy to this question. Will you go out with me?
Hey, Willie.
Dobler. But if Lily wasn't into you?
Lily, how you thrill me, but it might just even kill me if you do not say I will to this question. Will you go out with me?
Dahmer. Whether a gesture's charming or alarming depends on how it's received.
When I tell you the story, please be cautious. If you are in a relationship and it has ended and they have completely blocked you and you're like, you know what, I guess he wants to see me in person. I've seen those TikToks. They're funny until you're in that situation, and then it's not funny. So I went to Texas. We talked. We were good. I then came back. There's a couple things that I won't talk about, but it's kind of family related, like outside family, to just make it very clear, like, we have been together for so many years and it is not news to our families that we have problems in our relationship. And a lot of the times when your family sees you hurt, they're just gonna be like, you know what, maybe it's time to just call it quits and try again with someone else. Maybe you guys are just not compatible and it would just be easier for... This is when I want to say some stuff that I shouldn't be saying. But yeah, let me not put my emotions into it. I'm gonna take it at face value that your families just want what is best for you. But anyway, we made a huge decision that it was it wasn't gonna end, that we were going to be in this for long term, that this was not something that we were just gonna give up on. And I continued to fly back and forth to Texas, and we did different things. Like, we went to like I forget, like, we did different things. I think we came twice. Oh, one of the times that I flew to Texas, he bought a house and I helped him move into it. It's a really big step. I don't talk a lot about his life because it's on him if he wants to share it. I share my life openly, but the things that come with him, I'm like, is he okay with it? I don't know if he's okay with it. I actually don't know if he wants me to share that. Whatever. But yeah, like, you don't know his story, but he has been through a lot, and seeing these accomplishments, like when he graduated college and, you know, these different milestones in his life, it's a sense of, like, when you're witnessing someone's life and you're seeing them starting to, like, go up and he hasn't peaked yet, so it's like, it's just, I'm seeing the process and I absolutely love it. And it's also very motivating to be able to, like, hey, I want that, I want to catch up. Good went on this trip, and then we just had like a conversation when I came back where we're just like, you know what, like, why are you still living over there? Like, you can do your online classes, but it's like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you not just like move back? It's like, stop having this mindset of you need to like relive your college years. Like, that is not what you're back in college for. You're back for the degree, you're not back for the experience. Like, the time, here's the difference of when you go back to college in your 30s than when you start out in your 20s. You have less responsibilities, so having those moments of living that college life, it's exciting, but you have less responsibilities. And when you're in your 30s, you have more responsibilities. You have more time that you feel that you need to just hustle and grind and run. So we made the decision together that it was just like, you know what, like, long distance sucks. Also, you're spending a lot of money on just being separated. Come here and live with us. Like, come here, live in Texas, be together, and let's start this again the right way, while you are also pursuing something, while you are also actively being accountable. I will go more in depth in this of why I started this journey to begin with on going back to school, a lot of the problems that happen when one person is rising and the other person is just stagnant. Relationships are very freaking hard, and it takes a lot of work, and you have to see that both people are putting on it. So, and also egos, like I'm saying so much stuff, but it's like, yeah, there's a lot to it. In a nutshell, me and Angad are back together, and we've never been in a better place. And I don't know how it is. I just like, mind you, he was not happy when he saw my grades. He was just kind of like, hey, like, you have every opportunity, you are not working, you do not pay any bills, and you still messed up. And then that's kind of like where I had the reality check of like, hey, if I have depression, like if I cannot control my depression, I need to get help, which is when I went back to my doctor, had everything checked, came back on my antidepressants, which you can kind of see here, but came back on my antidepressants. I also have like PCOS, it's a hormonal imbalance. Obviously my weight is also affecting a lot of things. There's so many things that it's just like, once I got that reality check of like, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right. We're gonna both work to do these things, and my faults are a lot more surface. You can see it. Like when I'm depressed, I will just stay in bed and not do anything. I will just not function at all. So it's more apparent the issues that I have, or the dilemmas that we have in our relationship, where it's Angad's side, they're more on like communication, they're more on like shutting down, when those things are more manageable, but they're less apparent. It's like once we started to talk to each other and just kind of say like, let's just communicate, let's see what the problem is. And once he started seeing that I was taking things more serious, then he started taking things more serious. It was a lot. There's a lot to this, and I don't know how much of this I'll actually put in the video. It's very personal, and if it was up to me, I would say everything. I'm a blabber. I'm gonna say everything, but I do want to have a discussion with Angad just to see what he's comfortable with, what he's not comfortable with. That was relationship. Third is my health, which I've already talked to you guys a little bit about it. Like, I'm back to taking my medication. I do want to start speaking to a therapist again, but I've had some really bad interactions with therapists where they start talking to me about their life, which is not what they're supposed to do. Yeah, guys, this is just me catching you guys up. I plan on, I want to upload 3 times a week, but I have to really ease into it so that I don't get overwhelmed, overstimulated. So for right now, what I'm going to be doing is uploading every Thursday at 8 p.m. So if you are still subscribed to me and then you just see me pop up and you're like, oh, her again. Like, hey guys, I'm so sorry. I love sharing with you guys, but when I'm in a manic state, which kind of huge telltale when I'm in a manic state is my hair is blonde and I'll cut my hair. Little things that I get to know about myself. But when I'm in that state, I don't really have a way of controlling the way that I am doing things. Like, I am very disorganized. I will not do the things that I have to do because I'm just in a freeze mode. But this channel is really going to be a lifestyle vlog, but it's more in depth of things like my career once I am done with college and go into the HR world. Things like my health, nutrition, and exercising. Relationships, obviously, because our relationship is extremely important, and not just the intimate relationships like the one I have with Angad, also relationships that I have with my family, and also my lack of friends. So yeah, that's a different one. Let's see, I have them all like up here so I can remember. Self-image, so how you present yourself to the world, both internal and external. Things like household management, like keeping everything organized, because like the day-to-day chores are things that you have to keep things organized. Like also skills that are important to me. I have a newfound love for like this curiosity in me that I just want to know everything, and I just want to learn. It's the greatest feeling after going back to college, where I forgot how important it is to to learn, and I've have this new love for it again. So yeah, those little things. That is what my channel will be about. Again, guys, I'm so sorry. Now that you know what was happening, it's my health. That's why I wasn't responding. I always saw your messages, and I just want to thank you guys so much for messaging me and asking me if I'm okay. I'm okay now. I wasn't then, but I never didn't see you guys. I saw it. I just wasn't capable of answering, but I am back, and I hope that you guys, I hope to gain your trust that I will not ghost you again. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Time, whatever Texas time is. I don't even know. All right, guys. Bye. 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 Bye.